Let's predict what will happen on this 2025-2026 season of NBA. After the simulation, here are my predictions. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder wins his second consecutive MVP. Cooper Flagg of the Dallas Mavericks wins the Rookie of the Year. Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics wins the Sixth Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Matas Buzelis of the Chicago Bulls wins the Most Improved Player. Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors wins the Clutch Player of the Year. Mike Brown of the New York Knicks wins his third Coach of the Year award. And here are the All-NBA first team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs. And Luka Doncic of the Los Angeles Lakers. And here are the All-NBA second team. Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Paolo Banchero of the Orlando Magic. And here are the All-NBA third team. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies. Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Durant of the Houston Rockets. LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. And Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat. And here are the All-Defensive first team. Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs. Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies. And Amen Thompson of the Houston Rockets. And here are the All-Defensive second team. Rudy Gobert of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat. Anthony Davis of the Dallas Mavericks. Ausar Thompson of the Detroit Pistons. And Derek White of the Boston Celtics. And here are the All-Rookie first team. Cooper Flagg of the Dallas Mavericks. Dylan Harper of the San Antonio Spurs. Trey Johnson of the Washington Wizards. VJ Edgecombe of the Philadelphia 76ers. And Ace Bailey of the Utah Jazz. And here are the All-Rookie second team. Jeremiah Fears of the New Orleans Pelicans. Kon Neufeld of the Charlotte Hornets. Kaman Maluwak of the Phoenix Suns. Igor Demon of the Brooklyn Nets. And Carter Bryant of the San Antonio Spurs. The 9th seed Indiana Pacers versus the 10th seed Chicago Bulls. And the Indiana Pacers eliminated the 10th seed Chicago Bulls and will face the losing team between the 7th and 8th seed. The 7th seed Philadelphia 76ers versus the 8th seed Miami Heat. The 7th seed Philadelphia 76ers beat the Miami Heat, as the Philadelphia 76ers will face the 2nd seed. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat will face the Indiana Pacers, and the winner of that game will face the 1st seed. Miami Heat versus Indiana Pacers. The winner will be the last team to clinch the playoffs. And the Miami Heat beat the Indiana Pacers, as they will claim the 8th seed and will face the 1st seed. The 10th seed Sacramento Kings versus the 9th seed San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs eliminated the Sacramento Kings, and they will face the losing team between the 7th seed versus 8th seed. The Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers beat the Golden State Warriors, as the Los Angeles Lakers will be the 7th seed and will face the 2nd seed. Meanwhile, the Golden State Warriors will face the San Antonio Spurs. The winner will face the 1st seed. The San Antonio Spurs versus the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors eliminates the San Antonio Spurs, as they are the last team to clinch the playoffs and will face the 1st seed. The 8th seed Miami Heat versus the 1st seed New York Knicks. The New York Knicks wins the series against Miami Heat and will move on to the Eastern Conference semifinals. They will face the winner of the series between the 4th and 5th seed. The 5th seed, Milwaukee Bucks, versus the 4th seed, Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic eliminates the Milwaukee Bucks. They will move on to the next round and will face the top seed New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The 7th seed, Philadelphia 76ers versus the 2nd seed, Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers wins the series against the Philadelphia 76ers. They will face the winner of the series between the 3rd seed and the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The 6th seed, Detroit Pistons versus the 3rd seed, Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics wins the series against the Detroit Pistons, and they will move on to the Eastern Conference semifinals. They will face the 2nd seed Cleveland Cavaliers. The 8th seed Golden State Warriors versus the 1st seed Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder wins the series against the Golden State Warriors. They will move on to the Western Conference semifinals and will face the winner of the series between the 4th seed and the 5th seed. The 5th seed, Houston Rockets versus the 4th seed Minnesota Timberwolves. The Minnesota Timberwolves eliminated the Houston Rockets, and they will move on to the Western Conference Finals, as they will face the 1st seed Oklahoma City Thunder. The 7th seed Los Angeles Lakers versus the 2nd seed Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers wins the series against the Los Angeles Lakers. They will move on to the Western Conference semifinals, and they will face the winner of the series between the 3rd seed and the 6th seed. The 6th seed, Dallas Mavericks versus the 3rd seed Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets eliminated the Dallas Mavericks, and they will move to the Western Conference semifinals, as they will face the 2nd seed Los Angeles Clippers. The Orlando Magic versus the New York Knicks, Eastern Conference semifinals. The New York Knicks wins the series against the Orlando Magic and will move to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Boston Celtics versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, Eastern Conference semifinals. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Boston Celtics. They will move to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they will face the New York Knicks. The Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, Western Conference semifinals. The Oklahoma City Thunder wins the series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they will move on to the Western Conference Finals. The Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Clippers, Western Conference semifinals. The Denver Nuggets wins the series against the Los Angeles Clippers, as they will move on to the Western Conference Finals, as they will face the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Cleveland Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks, Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks wins the series against the Cleveland Cavaliers, as the New York Knicks is the Eastern Conference champions. And Jalen Brunson wins the Eastern Finals MVP. The Denver Nuggets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Western Conference Finals. The Oklahoma City Thunder win the series against the Denver Nuggets. They are the Western Conference champions, and they will face the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the Western Conference Finals MVP. The New York Knicks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, the NBA Finals. And the Oklahoma City Thunder will win their back-to-back NBA championship. And the NBA Finals MVP is no other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If you enjoyed this NBA 2K content, don't forget to show some love to the channel. Like the video if you're hyped for more NBA 2K26 content. Comment your thoughts and predictions below. Who do you think will dominate this season? Subscribe to Treb League 2K and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next upload. This is Treb League 2K, as real as it gets.